Cause I do this for the poor, I do this for the less fortunate.
Justice now when I need them beaten. 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 Justice now when I need them beaten.
Mr. Justice now when I need them beaten.
Welcome back to the History Shovel channel. Guys, if you're undocumented, if you have a green card, or you're just waiting on a green card, if you're overstaying, you came through the border seeking asylum, any one of the above, then you need to pay close attention to this video. Bookmark this video, send it to a friend, families. Because if you come here illegally, you can't marry. You can't marry someone here no more for no green card. But if you come here and you overstay, one time you could come, overstay, married, get your visa. Once you apply and your sponsors who are giving you affidavit of support, once they meet that threshold, then you're lucky. Now you can't do that. You got to go back home and wait till them docs come through. And from where I'm sitting, they never look like they gonna come through. So please watch and listen to this prosecutor who's telling us what's really going on in the underbelly of the immigration stomach.
Point had the name Deporter-in-Chief because he had removed the most criminal non-citizens. So what's different about this environment is that there's a one-size-fits-all type of immigration. Trump is using a cannon to...
You heard she's saying Trump is using a cannon to unalive a mouse, meaning he's using a one-size-fits-all. Though they said they would only deport undocumented people who had criminal charges against them, but no, that's not it. Once they cast that net, once they cast that die and it is set, if your papers look any form of shaky, meaning if you have a green card and you did something back in the day, misdemeanor if you will, they don't wait. They might get you here, but more so when you leave the country and you're coming back. And when they scan you, they pull up everything that you have. If you're in the system, it's going to come up.
And they were lured out of their home and then arrested, detained. So if you're not someone who has, an active felony or warrant against you, do you have any legal rights?
Yeah, and so that is common. So people, non-citizens, even if they committed a crime, everyone still has the same right. Number one, immigration cannot just go into your home without a judicial warrant. More than 90% of the cases, I would say, immigration does not have a judicial warrant signed by a judge. So they're relying on two things. They're relying on the person to give them consent to open the door and say, yes, please come in. And they can get that consent by lying to people. And I don't think people understand that. They can say, hey, there's a package for you waiting outside. Can you open the door? Or, hey, I saw someone just hit your car. Is it your car? You should come out. Or we're investigating a crime. Can you, we just want some details. And so that's how they lure people to open the door. And then once the door's open, now you cross that threshold. They can either come inside, even though you don't specifically say it, or they arrest you once you cross the threshold of the door. And so knowing that if someone knocks on the door and you're not expecting anybody, do not answer. I'm telling my clients, pretend you're not even home, because once you so there's no need to engage. When you're out in the public, your rights are a little different there because you can be approached, but immigration needs to have reasonable suspicion to actually stop you, suspicion that you're violating an immigration law. And so they can't determine that based on the way you look because you're speaking a different language. And so just understanding that in these times, remaining silent is your best friend.